يعني please يعني please يا جماعة please pretty please يعني شغلوا يعني عاوزين نشغل الجمجمة حبتين. We want to just turn this on a little bit. The problem is, the minute you start to talk about this, our brothers and sisters in the certain parts of the GCC come down hard on you. Oh, he's a Sufi, he's a kafir. He doesn't, so they don't allow people. I don't care. You can call me kafir all along. We'll deal with it on the day of judgment. We'll see who the anthropomorphist is. Let them call me whatever they want to call me. حبيبي يعني رضا الناس غاية لا تدرك ورضا الله غاية لا تترك. Allah's, I don't care. I don't care if tomorrow I go from whatever, how many followers do I have now? Over a couple of 100, 300,000? Whatever it is. If tomorrow I have one follower, it doesn't make any, I have to say what is haqq. Because I will be asked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is the issue today. The issue today, everybody, that was the post my reel that I put, that people, if you saw my reel from this morning, حب الظهور يقسم الظهور, that people are becoming famous way too soon. It spiritually cripples you when you're in the limelight before you have the spiritual rigor to handle that. Bury yourself in the soil of obscurity. The seed that is not, if the seed is not hidden in the soil, it doesn't yield fruit. We perform for an audience of one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not going to change with followers. We don't, it's not, I'm trying to appease the followers or make them happy. We want to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy, so we have to say the truth. If I end up upsetting all my Salafi brothers, and forgive me, it's just like, I'm sorry. But unless you practice the true athari, Salafi, Aqeedah, if you mean by that what I mean, then we're on the same page. But if you think God has a limit and He's up there sitting in the sky and He says, Allah comes down to the sama'id dunya, we say, okay, He said, if He says it, He says it. But it doesn't mean that He traveled down. Yani how long did it take Him, Ballah? Did He take an Uber to come down to the sama'id dunya? Hatta Uber, did He give the driver a tip on his way down? Come on, yani. Come on, please. Pretty please with the sugar on the top. ما ينفعش كده يا جماعة. You can't, you've got to like expand your horizons a little bit. Concessions, just like when I talk to my baby, I say, akuchukutu, akudududi, adu enta kamila enta. What do you, or do you tell, thou, how do you talk to the babies? You say, thou art, sophisticated on the Shakespearean language? You keep it simple. When you talk to babies, the concession of language is dualistic in nature, subject, object. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is beyond all of that. And then they start to say, oh, is the Quran the Kalamullah or created by Allah? Which Quran are you talking about? The Quran that's in a book here? So when they started burning the Qurans, they were burning what? Exactly. The God's tongue? You have to distinguish between Kalamullahi nafsi and the words that are on here that someone can erase or tear. Yes, it's Kalamullah. Yes, it's uncreated. But that Kalamun nafsi, that is Allah's. And then when it is, put into the Lawh al-Mahfuz and brought down through Jibreel and taken to Muhammad, and then that's the miracle of it, that it was brought down within the space-time continuum, yet nobody can bring anything like it. And that challenge wouldn't make sense if God was like, can you bring like my words that are, beyond space-time? Can you bring, it wouldn't make sense. Allah saying, my kalam in nafsi that I've translated into a book you can hold and words you can hear. This Quran is created that's in the books because it's on paper. That's just like saying if you take a picture of me and you burn me, say, no, don't astaghfirullah. If I burn a picture of you, do I burn you? Of course not. So if you burn the book of Allah, have you burnt the Quran? Of course not. But you've burnt the Quran that's in a book. See why studying Aqeedah is important? But because all these fools studied it from Google, they don't, this is why I'm saying, It drives me, like I watch all these, the Daniels and Haqiqa Jews and the Jake, the metaphysician mean when that's named. What metaphysician? Well, like Inta is a metaphysician, you would be talking the way you talk. Giving Allah, limiting Allah in space. And then he'll come up with all this daleel without anybody talking back to him. He's talking to a screen. He's talking to a screen. And if he were to invite me, I would never debate these guys. Because most of them, it's like debating a wall. You tell them and you bring them common sense and you talk to them and just, but if he really wants the truth, you wouldn't stand a chance. But I wouldn't waste time with half these people, because I'm not online to create division amongst the Muslims. But I want to clarify to you, when you see Ash'ari Aqeedah, that's the Kafir Aqeedah, we're the Salaf. Because it's so simple, it sounds so attractive. They've marketed it well with the petrodollars that MBS has funded, billions, and before him so much money. I went for da'wah in Argentina from my own pocket. I found their scholars there paid to go and give them their books of Aqeedah and instill it in them. They want you to believe certain things that, like, when you dig deep, you're like, hasha lillah. So I don't want to create, so I'll never get into that space of fitna and arguing with people and doing any of that. I don't want to go there. That's not my job. They'll never, and even if I go on there, they'll continue to argue, because they're not arguing for the sake of discovering the truth. They're arguing for their ego's sake. And I see, they're kids, man. They bloom way too early. Sorry, I don't mean that in a condescending way, but, older than you by a day, wiser than you by a year. I'm almost 50. I only started going online 2 years ago. I was around these scholars back home. So you want the truth? I'm going to only say this once. The Aqeedah of Ahl Sunnah, the one that is clear and without, the one we've been following for 1,000 years. It's like, oh, you're going to cancel all that? Abu al-Hasan al-Ash'ari and all them, and what we were following, Abu al-Mansur al-Maturidi, they were all wrong. For 1,000 years, the Muslims were stupid and they're all going to Jahannam, and now you only have it right. Salafi movement was born 100 years ago. Use your brain. You want to know what the Aqeedah of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah is? I'll tell you. It's the Ash'ari Aqeedah, or the Maturidi Aqeedah, or the Tahawi Aqeedah. Full stop, period, eqlib as-safha. And all of those are Aqeedat as-Salaf. Don't let these words, oh no, we're a Salafi. No, you're not. You're not a Salafi, Habibi. You have the mind of a 9-year-old. Your IQ is like 7. This is what it is. I tell people, like, the Salafi movement is people that are not sophisticated. You're sophisticated, you have some IQ in your head, you're an intelligent individual, you come to us. You go and study. It was the Ash'ari Aqeedah, the one of Imam al-Ghazali. But because of the petrodollars and what they spent, and they'll come with their, and they have Mecca there, and they'll come with their, their red, what do you call it? What do you call that thing? Sorry about that, the red hada. They'll come with the, back onto, sorry YouTube, forgot about YouTube. They'll come with these things, the ghutra, right? And they're, expensive hada. So, وأن الله يجلس على العرش وأنوان العنتب حل عن سمايا يا زلمة بعرض أنا الهذا. Give me a break. You made people hate the religion. You keep telling these poor people in Saudi and Emirates, all the women took off the hijab, all the women went to nightclubs and discos because of the way you preach the religion. You shut down the shops before strengthening their iman. You shut down their shops and beat them with sticks to go pray in the masjid. You can't force the love of deen into the heart of people. You have to win their hearts over. You didn't have hikmah in your da'wah, and all the fitna and all the sins went underground until the latest ruler came on board and he made it okay and opened it up without getting into politics. You made people hate the deen, leave the deen, be confused. Such a beautiful deen. You made them hate it because everything is judgmental by you. Everything is a bid'ah. Bid'ah police, haram police. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will take you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take you to account.